What is up, guys? We are at the shop right now. We just made a lot of progress. You can see the G50Z is in here. We moved the lift to over there. Right now we got all the boys in the shop doing a little bit of shop duties. We got the Z right there, and we're doing the first engine pull in the shop at the Should Be Good special. So we couldn't find any bolts, so we're pulling this engine with these heavy duty zip ties.
Oh, that one's going. That one's going. Oh! Alright, 2 zip ties this time.
We can't find a nut and bolt. Dude, it was so close. So we got the Skyline backed up right there. We got Dylan's parts back there for the FD and the Skyline and the G. We got the right hand drive G35 right here. And we're just pulling this engine out because this engine is fucking choked. Alright, we either need a nut and bolt or 2 zip ties. I think 2 zip ties will for sure do it. Take 2, we got 3 zip ties on each mounting point for the engine hoist. And we should be pulling this thing out real soon. Okay, stand back, Zach.
Alright, disclaimer, this is not how we actually do work. This engine is not worth... Dan's gonna give us so much shit for this.
What's up, dog? In the new burb?
Old Betsy?
Yes, dude. So, Zach just picked up Dylan's old Suburban, Dylan's dad's Suburban, and this thing's a freaking workhorse, right?
Yeah, dude. So it's the 2500. So that's the 8.1.
8.1.
The Allison transmission. This thing's gonna pull anything that we were ever gonna need to pull.
Yeah, dude. We were pulling the Skyline the other day, and it felt like nothing behind us. Yeah. I know. He got this for crazy cheap, and look at it. He only has to do a couple little things, and it's gonna be freaking cherries and berries. Guess what, Zach? We're gonna go check out a car today for me.
All right.
Yeah. We're not gonna tell you what it is.
Not gonna tell me?
Nope. Just pulled up to the restaurant. We just copped a new Suzuki Swift, boys. This thing is gonna be the daily for the winter while I pull the engine out of the G50Z and put the new one into the 350Z. Oh, which I haven't really told you about that, but I'll get back to that at the shop. But look at this thing. This thing's mint. Passenger window. We'll fix that. Needs alignment, but it's pretty good, dude. You know why I bought it though? A little surfboard sticker.
Okay, yeah.
And then check this out. Check this out, dude. Hawaii keychain, bro. It's almost like I couldn't pass it up.
No, it'll get the boys to late night Taco Bell runs.
Oh yeah, dude. Definitely, we thought maybe you could put an engine in here, but maybe not.
We could put a little 4-banger in there.
Yeah, a little 4AGE or something.
She's cruising.
I love this thing so much, man. Like, I've always had a cold spot in my heart, warm spot for Geos, and the Suzuki Swift is like a little bit different. The front end is different than a Geo. It kind of looks a little JDM, but the only thing that I need to do on this thing is give it a slight alignment. It has toe in on the right wheel. You can see the steering wheel is kind of to the right, but she's cruising, dude. And it has a tiny leak on the radiator, but I'm either gonna JB weld it or just get a new radiator. I'm sure a radiator in this thing is like what, like 5, 10 bucks, 15 bucks, who knows, but
we'll fix it right up.
Pulling the Geo inside the shop. Here it is, boys. We got the G50Z in here, and I don't know if I'm happy or sad that it's gonna be in here for at least a month. We have a lot of stuff to do in here, and it's just crazy how fast things move when, you know, put your mind to stuff. It honestly blows my mind. Check this out, dude. What car do you know has suspension like that? All right. So here it is, boys. We got the G50Z right here because I'm pulling the engine out of this thing and putting it in the black Z. I'm not gonna let you know what the plan is going down with this thing for a little bit, but let's just say it's gonna be crazy. The black Z is right here, and this is where it's gonna stay for right now. We would just start pulling the engine right now, but we have a lot more stuff to clean. You can see there's a lot of shit everywhere, but we've made a lot of progress since the last video. We got the engine out of the right-hand drive G, and we're trying to get the harness out right now, but shouldn't take too long. Skyline's chilling right there. Hopefully Dylan gets some balls out of his butt and puts the VSKFs on here just so it looks sick while it's sitting right here. But we're gonna start working on this very, very soon. Hopefully it's just a head gasket, because then we could have it up and running like within a week if we get the head gasket and pull it apart. But if it's more than that, RB20 is really cheap, and we can cop one of those and have this as a daily for sure. I mean, it's not as cool as the Swift, but it's all right.
Yeah, fortunately not, but It is right-hand drive.
It is right-hand drive, yeah. But if the Swift was right-hand drive,
that would have been game changer.
Yeah, game changer.
Yeah,
we're
the only
here.
thing we're missing is that refrigerator full of White Claws and pizza coffee.
Yes, dude. This refrigerator is going to go right back there next to the bathroom. Move the G50Z back a little bit so we have space to pull this one out. But we did a quick little zip tie on the Nismo bumper. Obviously the fitment's not nice at all, but that's what it's going to look like without the canards, because the canards are junk. So this thing's going to go through a lot in the next month. I want this done. We were just talking. I want this fully done by January 1st. And then possibly take off the fenders and have a body guy actually make the whole body line align. So it'll be mint, and then fix this little squiggly bobber right there. It's crazy that we're just kicking it in the shop right now. This is like the first night we've actually just been here just kicking it. And it feels good. Is that a HR hood on a DE? We're gonna have to start getting cranking on this, but we have no tools. We just spent 20 minutes trying to get a 10mm off this, but the whole engine's out now. We can take it out, move it somewhere so it doesn't look like this. Insert Wrecking Ball song.
Oh yeah!
I'm fucking dead, dude. This bumper looks sick. I think it goes perfect when I get the side skirts, because if you remember, my bumper was kind of lined up with the side skirt, but now the bumper is way lower. Let's go, boys. I guess the next clip is gonna be us here in the next couple days pulling this thing out.
Yeah, let's pull it this weekend.
Yeah, let's pull this out. Pull everything out of here. We gotta pull the ECU harness and then just plop that one just straight into here and make this rev up a non-rev up, and then we'll be Gucci, boys. Say goodbye to the orange bumper. Well, actually, I'll probably put it on the wall right there. I don't want to beat up my super expensive Nismo bumper that I got for super expensive.
Piece of shit. Fiberglass cracked fiber.
Yeah, you can see I have to do a lot of body work right now, or soon, but you can see I'm the body work queen. I'm gonna delete the Nissan emblem because I don't want anyone assuming my make and model. So
2020, man. You can't assume my make and model.
Next day we are at the shop. I got the Swift cleaned out and I fixed a lot of stuff with it. We got the suspension from the G50Z, the stock suspension, and that's going on the part out right-hand drive G. G50Z is backed up to give me a little bit of space because we are pulling this engine right now. You can see this thing is bare. Dylan is pulling out the coilovers. D2, these are for sale, so if anyone wants to buy them, I don't know how much he wants, but I'm sure he's not gonna charge you an arm and leg for them. So this engine I bought from Dylan just now with the harness. I basically just bought it so I could kind of use what I need, because I know I need the valve cover and that's like 40 bucks. I know I possibly need some of the ignition coils.
Whoa.
I know I'm gonna need the wiring harness and the ECU. I thought I was gonna use the headers, but it looks like Dylan welded this up. But so we just got the hood off the Z. It's back there and we're gonna start cracking on this thing. I'm gonna pull off all the plastics and all the stuff right here so I can get to the wiring harness and just unbolt the ECU, pull out the wiring harness. That'll be the first step. And then I'll drain the coolant and then I'll start getting it ready to be pulled. It shouldn't take that long. Just have to pull off the intake and other little stuff, but you guys have seen that before on the channel. So I'm gonna get cracking. Let's see how far we get today. Got the harness out. The ECU is dangling on the inside. I got pretty much all the straggler things that hold the engine in place, all the grounds. So the only thing left I need to do is safely disconnect the AC, drain the coolant, disconnect the power steering, and then I believe it's just also the heater core, and then I think it's just taking off the bell housing and the engine mount, and then we can pull this thing. Since I'm not pulling the transmission, I think I can keep the radiator in here. I might have to pull the electric fans, but if I can not pull any of that, that'll be awesome. But I think I'll have enough space to get that out. But I think the next step is to go get a drain pan and start draining the coolant in this thing, because that's going to be the most of the fluids in this engine. So yeah, gotta get jumping on that, and then this engine's gonna be ready to pop out. But it's cool taking apart a completely bone stock 350Z because everything's there. I've been labeling all my bolts right here. You can see grounds, strut tower brace, engine cover tabs, and hood nuts. So everything's gonna be back to OEM when I put the new engine in, and it's gonna be mint. So I have pretty much everything ready to pull this engine. I took out all the bell housing bolts besides 2. I need a different wrench, and I'll grab that from my house. This 24mm power steering bolt, I need to grab that from my house too. And then the AC, and then she's ready to be pulled. But I think it's it for today, guys. We're gonna pull this engine in the next video. We're gonna finish off this video showing you guys the VSKFs on the R32. So we're gonna do that right now, and then we'll be out of here. But he's gonna lower it a little bit more so it's matching that side, because that side's lower. But we will show you guys with the fresh VSKFs on the R32 Silver Moss. There it is. This wheel doesn't clear that, so he's gonna need a tiny spacer, but these wheels look perfect on the 32. That's the rear. When it lowers, it's gonna natural camber out a little bit, but wow, it's looking good, man.
Time to bust down the FD next.
Yep, the FD. So these wheels are gonna stay on this. The FD is gonna get new wheels, but we're not gonna tell you what. Just know that they're gonna be even harder than VSKF. So I'm sure you can figure that one out. But we're gonna end it off here, guys. Peace out. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we're gonna start back up after Thanksgiving. Get that engine pulled. Get this car out of here.
Yep.
Peace.